Greetings, dear viewer. The story from the girl's face. And the world, alas, is not always saved by beauty. We live right in this world if we love it. Every resident of our house where I live knew how ugly our local cat was. Ugly loved three things in this world: fighting for survival, eating whatever turns up, and, let's say, love. In addition, the combination of these things plus living in our yard has left indelible traces. The cat had only one eye. On the same side, an ear was missing, and the left leg was broken and fused at some incredible angle, so it seemed that the cat was constantly going to turn the corner. He hasn't had a tail for a long time. And there was only a small stub that was constantly twitching. If not for the many scars that cover the head and shoulders of the freak, he could be called a dark gray striped cat. Anyone has seen him at least once, everyone had the same reaction: what an ugly cat. All children were strictly forbidden to touch him. Bottles and stones were thrown at him to drive him away. Adults pinched his paw with the door of the house or pinched his door with their foot so that he could not get out. Surprisingly, the ugly one always had the same reaction. If he was hosed down, he obediently moped until the tormentor got tired of this game. Something was thrown at him, he rubbed against his legs, as if apologizing. At the sight of the children, he ran to them and rubbed his head on his hands and purred loudly. When trying to take him in his arms, he immediately began to suck the corner of his blouse, a button, or anything else he could reach. Once the ugly one was attacked by the neighborhood dogs. Through the window I could hear the dogs barking, his cries for help and the commands, "Faz," of the dog's owners. I immediately rushed to help. Before I could run up to him, he was already lying on the ground, covered in blood and almost dead. He was trembling with fear and pain. His body, legs, the back of his body were completely different from the previous ones. His sad life has come to an end. A tear mark crossed his forehead. At the moment when I was carrying him home, he was in agony and wheezing. And I ran as fast as I could, and only then realized that it could be damaged even more. Meanwhile, he was trying to suck my ear. I stood and sobbed, burying my face in his chest. The cat touched the palm of my hand with his head, his golden eye turned in my direction, and I heard, purring. And even experiencing such terrible pain, the cat asked for a drop of love. Perhaps a little bit of compassion. And at that moment, I thought that I was dealing with the most loving being I had ever met in my life. The most beloved and the most beautiful. And he looked at me, confident that I would be able to soften his pain. The ugly one died in my arms before I could get home, and I sat for a long time at my entrance, holding him on my lap. Then I was interested to find out how one unfortunate cripple was able to change my ideas about what true purity is, true love. It was real. The ugly one has informed me more about compassion than 1,000 books, lectures, or conversations. And I will always be grateful to him. His body was crippled, and my soul was scratched. Now it's time for me to learn to love properly and deeply. To give love to your neighbor without a trace. Most of us want to be richer, more successful, be strong and beautiful. I will always strive for one thing: to love like an ugly cat. If you liked the story, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like it, and share it with friends and family.